Good afternoon, traders. If you are returning and saw the earlier version of the market wrap-up, I apologize, but it was brought to my attention that the full screen was not entirely visible in the first video production. So anyway, again, we saw an extremely accurate prediction made by the fundamentals, not by me. My job is just to interpret them. And today it not only told us which direction it would go, but it told us how far it would go and which currencies to focus on. So what we're looking at right here on this screen is a 4-hour chart of the Euro US dollar, which is the currency we chose to focus on, as did the rest of the world's attention due to the current situation over there with the Greek debt problem. Anyway, we can see that this large candle right here, this light candle, is our 8 a.m. candle. I just wanted to show you this because what we used for our trading entry, our technical trade entry, was the 200 moving average, which is seen here, which we used this horizontal line to mark it so that when we actually went over to our trading chart, which was the 15-minute chart, which you'll see right here, is right here. And this was our 9:30 candle right here. And you can see we had a pin bar form, which is a good trading signal, using the 200 moving average as support. So we entered our trade here, and we didn't have to wait too long. We had a steep rise immediately, right up to our take profit, which was this R1, giving us somewhere around 60 points. That was our trade today. This candle right here is shortly after 11 o'clock at the close and covering of a lot of these trades from the European market. And then we continue to see volatility. Just a quick note of how strongly this resistance line, which now became a support line, acted through the remainder of the day. But that was our trade today. The fundamentals showed us the way, showed us what to expect, and pretty much where to set our take profit at. So thanks again. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon again, traders. This is Sean Oman from FXchatter.com. And this is a quick redo of our video report on the market wrap-up that we just posted. However, it was brought to my attention that some of our video screen got cut off and you weren't able to see clearly the pictures of the trading that we took and of the market that we saw today. So just to recap, nothing's really changed from what I talked about earlier. But I did want to show you that the fundamentals once again proved to be deadly accurate, giving us a nice profit and a nice trading day. What we did today is we chose the Euro US dollar simply because the world's focus and attention was on the European situation, the turmoil over there, as well as the market sentiment that the vote in Greece would be to approve the austerity measures, and with that the pledge from Germany and from France to substantially fund the problems that they're having over there with a big inflow of money. That was given that the vote would approve the measures that are needed over there. So anyway, again, we chose the Euro US dollar pair. There were multiple opportunities on most of the other currency pairs out there. We also looked at the pound dollar, which had a very nice move at the same time, a simultaneous move with the euro. But let's take a look at the trade we have. The chart you're looking at now is a 4-hour chart of the Euro US dollar pair. This large candle, hopefully you can see it right here, is the 8 a.m. candle. So this is the area that we're focused on. Now we had a large symmetrical or asymmetrical upward triangle either way, with good support and good resistance here. At 10 a.m. though, our chart was price was right down in this area here. Now the reason we have this line here is to mark the 200 moving average, and so that this line would actually translate over to our shorter time frames, which it did. So let's take a look at that and show you the trade that we actually took. So here are all our lines. This is the resistance from the triangle that we looked at earlier, and this line right here is the denotes the 200 moving average from the 4-hour chart. So this candle right here was our 9:30 candle. It actually ended at 9:30. So this is the area that we took our trade, showing the resistance formed from the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and timed with we were able to see all the fundamentals heading in the right direction strongly, which caused us to enter our trade. Our trade immediately took hold and went up exactly to the area that we chose our take profit for. This is R1 on the pivot points, and it went to R1 exactly, and after that it retraced. Now we took a quick 55 or 60 points right here, and this trade ended right around 11 p.m. We saw a lot of covers from the Europeans who were, and probably the US markets as well, but this is the time of the European close, and a lot of these guys were in here from these levels down here. So we had some taking money off the table here from the European traders, and that was pretty much our day. Again, the fundamentals were dead on in telling us that this is the direction we wanted to go. It was dead on in telling us that we were likely to see some volatility in the day, which we did see following the big move up. And you can also notice that the resistance line ended up acting as major support here, and it looks like it's going to stick, which would indicate probably a further advancement of the euro, at least for the short term. So that was a trade we took, and the reasons why, based on our fundamentals. So we always combine our fundamentals with our technical entries, and that's what it was. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, traders. Good afternoon, traders. This is Sean Oman back from FXchatter.com. So you've arrived at the daily market wrap-up, which we do every day at or around 4 p.m. And today we saw some nice action this morning. The fundamentals once again predicted the movement, the direction, as well as the range of the trade today. So let's get started and take a look at what we traded today. There was a number of trades available to us on a number of different currencies. We chose the Euro US dollar simply because much of the focus and attention was on the euro, with the major debates going on over in that country, along with the riots. The riots were the clue that it was going to be quite a volatile day in the long run. But so we chose the Euro US dollar. So the chart you're looking at right now is a chart of the 4-hour Euro US dollar. And if we look over here, we can see that this is the 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. candle. We have a major, I want to call it a symmetrical triangle, but it's really not. It's a little off kilter, so it's going to be a rising triangle. But whatever it is, it's a 3-point swing point uh, resistance line and a 3-point support line, which is always good. Given that at 10 a.m. we were somewhere around here. Now the reason I pull up this chart is because I want you to see that the 200 moving average, which is the purple one right here, is right across this line, and this horizontal line is what we use to denote or mark that moving average's price level. So we're going to drill down a little bit now to the 15-minute chart and show you the chart, the trade that we took. So let's take a look. Okay, here is our 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and we had a nice, this candle right here is right at 9:30. Right when we were producing the video, we also had this up on the screen, and we had a nice pin bar trade form using the moving average from the 4-hour chart as our support. We entered right at here, right at this break. Now the fundamentals were all in agreement, all showing the flows coming out of the US dollar with attention and news and everything pointing to the euro currency. And we had a nice trade after that. The euro did go up. It went up to our price target, which we used, which is right here. You can see this little line here. This is R1. We took a 55 point, I think it was, profit on this, and that was pretty much the day right here at around 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock we had some money pull out of the euro just in time for the end of day over in Europe, which caused us to get a little drawdown. But you can see here that the trend line that we had off the 4-hour chart acted as major support in several places along here, and price indeed turned into somewhat of a volatile episode for the remainder of the day. That's the trade that we took. We took that because all of the fundamentals were lined up for us today, which is something that doesn't happen quite that often. We love it when it does. And price immediately followed suit by giving us a nice profit on the euro, buying the euro today. And well, that's what we did. There were also some other nice trades. The pound dollar followed suit and had similar trading opportunities. But we chose the euro just because it was directly affected by the events over in Europe. So that's our trade for today. Once again, the fundamentals did lead us in the right direction and gave us a good range for our trade. And well, keep following us, keep using the fundamentals to trade, and I think you'll find that it will help your trading no matter what type of technical entries or techniques that you're using. It's always good to be on top of the fundamentals. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. and have a good night, traders.